Hey guys, it's day 19. It's about 11 o'clock in the daytime, so I'm not doing this at night. I might film again later on, but I just felt like picking up the camera now. Um, I hope it's not too wobbly. I'm holding it. I'm at work today, but I'm taking my 15-minute break, and um, things are going okay today. I'm working on a few things. Um, Last night was crazy. I left the back patio door unlocked, and my daughter's dogs decided that they were going to break into the house at 1 a.m. So I was asleep and I heard this loud bang that woke me up, and I didn't know what it was at first, and I was here by myself, so I was a little bit concerned. I thought maybe something had just fallen, and then I heard like a scuffling sound on the floor, and I was like, "What is that?" And so I got up and turned my phone on, like the light on my phone, because I had all the lights off, and I was nervous because I didn't know what exactly had happened or what it was. And so I opened my bedroom door and hurried up and shined the light from my cell phone outside into the living room area, into this space that I'm sitting in. And here's all three of her dogs. And she has big dogs. They're all three inside my house. They tipped over my trash can and were trying to find some goodies. And so I'm like, okay, out, out, out. Because they're outside dogs. So I'm like, everybody out. It is not playtime. It is 1 a.m. You are supposed to be outside. So I shooed them all out, locked the door, and cleaned up the mess. And then I get up this morning and I look outside my door again, and they're out just lounging on my patio, like sleeping, curled up in balls. And there's three of them, but I could only see two of them. The biggest one I couldn't see. And I'm like, where is he at? So I carefully open the door, and he is like on the other side of the door in this tiny space, crammed up in a little ball, sleeping. And I'm just like, of all places that you could have chosen to sleep, you picked the smallest spot, and you're the biggest dog. So it was funny. I didn't take it to heart at all. I thought it was hilarious. Because they're just playful and loving and very inquisitive and curious about everything. They want to get into everything. The baby is like going through the teething phase, so wants to chew on everything. And so it kind of just brings some laughter and some lightheartedness to my life at this moment, which is good for me. But yeah, it was a crazy night. um, so today I've been at work. I did my codependency app today, and I wrote down some things that I thought helped me. So I wanted to just let you know what they were. I decided that I was going to oatmeal, so I have that going on. And I also decided that later on, I found two big pots outside. I'm going to replant this flower because it doesn't look like it's doing too well, and I think it might be in too small of a pot. I'm going to replant this one too because it's getting really big. So my plan for today to take a little bit of time out for myself. That's the thing that I'm going to do today. I know I told you yesterday I'm trying to do even just one thing every day for myself. And I like plants. I like to decorate the outside, but I haven't yet. Normally I like to decorate the outside for fall, but I haven't decorated here. I did plant some plants outside. My kids had bought me some plants like for Mother's Day and stuff, so I did plant those outside. But I would like maybe if depending on where my life goes, if I'm still at this place in springtime, I would like to plant some more plants outside and decorate and things like that. I'm not a big decorator like for holidays or anything like that. If you know me, which some of you do, but a majority of you don't, I don't celebrate most holidays. So it's not really that I decorate for holidays or anything like that. But sometimes I might decorate for fall season just because I like it. I like to drive up and see, pretty flowers or things like that just make me feel fall and cozy. Or in springtime, I'll plant flowers just because I like flowers and plants. I did see something online where they had painted a fence and then they painted big, huge flowers on it, and it looked really pretty. So I might do something like that because my backyard is fenced in, and I thought I had gotten a lot of old metal flower pots and just old metal cans and different things like that, and I wanted to plant flowers in them next spring. So I thought it might be neat to have a mural of flowers on the fence line, and then the little decorations. I don't know, but that was my thought. The thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about just really quickly is what I read on the app today. The app that I do, it gives a prayer at the beginning, then it gives maybe 3 or 4 paragraphs of information just to read, along with scripture. And then it gives an action, something that maybe you write down something, maybe you think about something, maybe you pray about something, maybe it might ask you to think about a person and pray for them or something like that. Or write down certain things to help you just progress forward out of codependency. And then the last thing, it gives you a quiz about the scriptures that they use to help you kind of with your memory of the scriptures. Just 4, questions or whatever, multiple choice questions to just help you remember what the scriptures are trying to teach you. And then at the very end, it gives you 1 question that you can type out an answer on. To just get you thinking, right? And thinking in a different way than you probably are used to. So I do that every day. I don't know how many weeks I've been doing it now, but I do it every day, probably a little over a month or so. But today, one of the things that it said that I wrote down because I want to use this, it says, let me hold it up. The learning for today was about honoring yourself. So honoring yourself. And it said, when you feel like you need validation from someone, I'm going to read it. I'm sorry. I had 2 pieces of paper because I wrote down what it said, and then on the second page I try to answer it for myself. So it says, honoring yourself. When you feel like you need validation from others based on their need for you or how much you do for them, ask yourself, what would I do or what would I choose if I truly believed I was valuable? The answer may reveal areas where you've compromised your boundaries out of a sense of need for approval. And this really hit home to me because a lot of times I struggle. I may have a feeling about a situation or about something somebody wants me to do, or I might want to say no, or it might bring me anxiety. Or on the other side of things, I might want to hear from somebody. I might want to feel needed by somebody. I might be worried that they're going to abandon or reject me when I'm not around them, or when they're around other people, or things like that. Just because that's the trauma response and the protection that I'm trying to engage when I'm triggered by something, right? But I'm trying to learn how to retrain my brain that trauma response is no longer needed. You are not in a place of harm. You are safe. You are secure. And it's time to move away from those beliefs and thinking and into a newer transition, a new approach, a new transition, and a new way of thinking. So I tried to take that and I wrote the question on a different piece of paper, and I just tried to answer it for myself, because we've been talking about our value on previous videos, and how none of us really fully understand what our value is in God, to the point where when God reveals us and the glory that is in us, all creation is eagerly waiting on that, eagerly expecting that, because then all creation will be freed from its bondage at that point. And that's how important and valuable we are, and yet we can't fathom in our brain what that means. And a lot of times we take, these social situations, these relationships, these human interactions, and we put such value and importance on these interactions with other people and what other people believe about us, or how other people view our value. And we try to put that sticker price, that value that other people see us at, and we take it as truth. And so then we're constantly striving to please people, constantly trying to do things for people, constantly in an anxiety state because we're afraid that people are not going to see our value, or they're going to devalue us. We're going to be invisible in some way. We're not going to have an importance. And if they don't value us, then that's truth. And it only reiterates what our mind is telling us about ourselves, that we're not enough, and that we need to do more, and we need to be better, and we need to be needed. We need to find a needful place in this world so that we're needed and we have that purpose. Unfortunately, that type of thinking is a skewed way of thinking, because our value is in Christ. Our identity is in Christ. We shouldn't take human viewpoints concerning value. We know from, I'm in America, of course, so we have a very materialistic and value-based society that tells us, or tries to train us, of what is considered valuable. When you think about jewelry or vehicles or homes or whatever it is, you can think about instantaneously what is the most valuable and what is the least valuable. And we've been trained and programmed to think, this particular car brand is the most expensive, so it's the most valuable. Or this particular car is an antique, so it's most valuable. Everybody has their opinions about what is valuable and what is not. But when the truth is revealed, it's that it's God's value that actually matters. And if we consistently are bombarded by hey, you need to keep up with the Joneses, or hey, you're not valued if people don't like you, or if people don't need you, or if you're not working hard enough. When in actuality, our value has been established before time ever began. So when the app said the question, what would you do if you truly believed that you were valuable? Or what decisions would you make if you truly believed that you had value? What would you choose in certain situations or circumstances if you truly believed you were valuable? Would you chase after people? Would you still feel like you needed to feel needed in order to feel value? Would you still feel like someone's opinion of you mattered as much as you put that weight of their opinion on you? Would you feel that if someone left your presence and went and did something with someone else, or whatever it is, that your value would change, or that your value was in jeopardy? And my answer to that would be no. If I felt that I was valuable, if I truly believed that I was valuable, then I would have security in knowing that. And that security and that peace would be unwavering and unchanging regardless of what another human would do. Because my value would not be determined by their opinion or their view of me. My value would not be wavering or changing based on how much I worked for something or how much I felt like somebody needed me. My value would not change. It would be what it is regardless of situations, circumstances, changes. It would be unwavering. And it would not be devalued by another person or society's views or anything like that. It would just be what it is. It would just be the truth. And that's how I felt in my mind. So that's why I'm like, I need to keep this question around me so that when I feel anxiety about something, I can bring this question back up and I can ask myself, hey, if you truly believed in your value, how would you feel right now? How would you act right now? What would you do right now? What choice would you make right now? And some things that I wrote down when I was trying to think about this question, I said I would be more at peace regardless of others' decisions or opinions. I would speak more transparently without the fear of being rejected or judged or overthinking how to say things. I would take time out for myself because I would feel important. I would be able to say no without worry or explanation. In the Bible, it says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. And sometimes I have a really difficult time with that because I may want to say no because of whatever reason it is, but I overthink, I feel guilty for saying no, or I want to explain why I'm saying no to someone because I don't have that sense of value to say, it's okay to say no. It's not that big of a deal, but to me, it's a huge deal because I should be working to help everyone. I should, if I'm needed, I should not say no. I also put, I would not feel like a victim when people are mean or rude to me. Sometimes I do feel like a victim, like if someone has a negative opinion toward me or whatever the case may be, I feel almost like I have no control and I feel victimized, like why can't this person see my value? What is wrong with me? Like, are you serious that something is horribly wrong with me? And then I start overthinking or feeling bad or feeling like, well, I guess if they say something's wrong with me, then I accept it as truth and say, okay, I guess there's something wrong with me. What do I need to do to fix myself? What do I need to, I'm so sorry for being defective in some way. Or I would not want to get back at people for being mean or rude to me. Like sometimes, like I said, if I feel like people don't see my value or see me as valuable, it hurts my feelings and then it makes me angry. Like, are you serious? Like, you don't see that I have any worth? And then not feeling regret or guilt because I felt upset that that person didn't see my value. So at first I feel hurt and angry that this person didn't see my value. And then I feel bad about myself and I feel mad at myself because why are you letting this person, affect you so badly? Why are you letting someone affect your mood, affect your emotions, let you have a bad day? Like, you should know your worth. And then it's doubly guilt and shaming myself because I'm first feeling guilty and horrible because this person doesn't see my worth or my value. And then I'm guilt and shaming myself because why did I care that that person didn't see my worth or value? So it's just piling on top of yourself. If I truly believed that I was valuable, I would be more okay with doing things solo. A lot of times I feel like, yeah, I could go do this, or yeah, I could go do that, but it's not going to be as fun because I don't have somebody with me. It's not going to be worth it because I don't have anybody to experience it with me. I constantly always think that experiences would be better if I had someone with me so that we could experience it together. And there's nothing wrong with experiencing things together with your friends, your family, or whatever, sharing in those emotions and experiences. But it is okay to experience things solo, to enjoy things solo. But I am trying to train myself, teach myself that it is okay to experience things by yourself. Because you're never really alone. You always have God with you. But for some reason, and I don't know if it's because I grew up in a large family and because of our financial situation and just a lot of things, we did everything together. So when I think about doing something by myself, it makes me anxious, or it makes me think, that would be so boring if I went by myself. Like, I don't want to do that by myself. But if I really believed that I had value, then I should be able to go do things by myself, enjoy myself, enjoy the experience, and know that I'm worth it. Like, I'm worth going out and doing the things that I want to do, even if I don't have somebody with me. And I'm trying to teach myself that. If I truly believed I was valuable, I would take care of myself more. So sometimes I feel like I just want to stay in my pajamas. Sometimes I feel like I really like wearing my hair down, but every day I get up in the morning, I know it's going to be time for work, and guess what? I just pop it on my head in a bun. And sometimes I think if I valued myself more and believed in my value, that I would take the time to find something that I like to wear, something that made me feel good. I would do my hair more, things like that, because I would feel valuable and I would want to, dress that way or have my hair done or whatever it was to express how I felt about my value. And I also put, if I truly believed I was valuable, I would give myself permission to enjoy things without other people. I think a lot of times I do not give myself permission to enjoy much of life. I may do things, but I do them always while I'm guarding myself instead of freely enjoying the moment. So I might rush tasks. So like with planting these flowers, I want to take my time. I want to plant them. I want to feel the dirt that I'm using. I want to make sure the plant's in there correctly. I want to enjoy that moment. But sometimes I find myself, whatever the task is, just doing it as a task instead of an enjoyable hobby or an enjoyable experience. So I might go take that pot and hurry through the process to get the job done. Because getting jobs done does give me enjoyment, but sometimes the enjoyment should come from the actual experience, not completing the task, but the experience itself. And I have found that I don't give myself permission to just enjoy something because I have always felt very anxious about everything. And I've been told by a counselor before that I have catastrophic thinking. So I'm always thinking, what is the worst thing that could possibly happen and how do I prepare for that? So because I'm in that mindset constantly, it's like I don't take any time to just enjoy the moment, be in the moment, experience and enjoy something. Like I'm always rushing through everything to get to the next task and the next task and the next task. Or I'm rushing through something because I may be afraid, oh, I can't take too long or whatever it is. Or sometimes I've been in situations that I have really, really wanted to enjoy the moment, but I've held back because I'm scared that I'm going to allow myself to feel happiness or joy, and it's going to end up being a lie, a manipulation. It's going to be fake, basically. That whatever, if it's a person that's trying to bring me joy, or if it's a situation or an experience, I get so far into the point of possible happiness, possible joy, and then I withhold. And I feel a little bit, and then I'm back away from feeling the full experience. And I think it's because I am just so scared that I am going to feel absolute joy from something, and then it's going to be either taken away from me, or I'm going to learn that it was all a joke or a manipulation or a lie, and I'm going to fall flat on my face. I'm just being honest with you. This is the way that I think right now, but I know that God has more for me. And I think that this one question is really going to help change my mindset if I put it into practice when I need to make a decision, or when I'm feeling anxiety or frustration or anything, or when someone asks me to do something, or if I feel like I need to solution a problem for someone, whatever it is, if I put this one question into place, if I truly believed I was valuable, what would I do right now? What would I say? What would I choose? How would I feel? And I think that would put it into perspective for me and get me to a place of thinking that in a more unconscious level, where it becomes habit, and then eventually not even thinking about the question at all. I just know my value. This is what I decide. This is what I choose. This is what I'm going to act upon. This is what I'm going to give myself permission to do. I'm going to experience this with joy and happiness, the fullest part, without withholding or holding back or wondering anything. I'm just going to act automatically. But right now, I need this question to help me. So I think it's going to be a tool for me, a starting point for me, to help me make healthier decisions and to help me get through those trauma responses or thought processes, and help retrain my brain to know I am valuable. And if I truly believe I am valuable, what action, what choice, what decision would I make in this very moment? So I hope that helped you guys. It really has helped me, and I do plan to put this into practice so that I can make healthier decisions, and decisions that promote my value in Christ, not someone else, but in God. So maybe write this down if you think that it would help you as a tool, and let me know how it works for you. I will keep you posted as well. And until next time, I might film later on tonight, but if I don't, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Love you. Bye.